but I feel like I don't really have much to say, especially when you're comparing yourself to what others are saying or writing. How do you then begin to sort of shape and communicate your story when you're battling with that? I don't want to call it imposter syndrome, but you're comparing yourself to others.
Um, so for me, I allowed myself fully feel those feelings. I didn't shy away from it because, like, they're indicators of something, right? So I'm like, okay, God, this is how I'm feeling. But the best part is that I'm bringing these feelings to you. Like, I don't know what to say at this point. It feels like there is like absolutely nothing. I'm praying, I'm not hearing anything. I'm reading, but it feels like I'm just filling up and there is nothing to pour out, right? And I realized, like, oh, even in that season, there are people going through that you can actually be honest with and just share, like, oh, this is what I'm going through. So in this quiet season, I'm not trying to do anything profound. I'm just trying to explain, like, God is helping me here. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to draw from Him. I'm trying to pray. I'm just trying to fill up in those times because, to be honest, it's a scary thing when, um, let me say, communication is your main source of pouring out, and then you feel like cut off. So for me, like those quiet times is just deep prayer and asking God, see, I don't have any other, like, this is what you've given me. And at this moment, it feels like there's nothing, is it in the wine press? Like there's nothing coming out. Right. So what do I do when there's nothing to say? I guess that's like my time of reflection and having to pour like into myself through prayer, through the word, and just try to also remind myself, like, my worth is not tied to if or not I have anything to say. You've called me your own. You've called me loved. You've called me all of the things that you have. So in this season where I'm a bit confused and it doesn't feel like that, I just try to remind myself, like, oh, this is who God has called me to be. And I don't have to perform to be loved, even when I have nothing to pour out. Yeah.
That's so good. And it's actually quite helpful for me. Every time I have these conversations, I always find something that feels really personal for me because I am going through that season. I do have like I have lots of ideas, but I don't have the energy that I usually do. And I've had those moments where I'm like battling, like, am I functioning as you want me to? Am I being a good soldier? Am I being a good daughter? And I've been listening to this song by Bethel Music. I think it's In Over My Head. And it's like just leaning into those moments instead of trying to force your way out of it or
Yeah.
perform your way out of it. It's
Yeah.
like choosing that, okay, if it's not flowing as it usually does, then maybe it's time to rest. Maybe it's time to, sit with the source and let him fill you up. Um, yeah, instead of trying to force it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
And I think another thing for me that, okay, before, when I was just starting out, I was like, oh, God has given me this gift. So it's like a natural thing. I don't even have to learn much or refine any. I was like, "Ugh." And then in those times, I looked at him and, like, I'm not hearing anything. And he's like, just go and study. I'm like, study what? Study the word, study, like, learn how to write, learn how to tell stories because it will sound funny, but I didn't think that there was any other medium for me besides writing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like for me, storytelling for me initially was writing. But
Yeah.
I started to like research and I found like there's video, there is like even podcasts, like there are different ways that you can actually channel these stories that you have.
Yeah.
And, oh, maybe the quiet was not just quiet for no reason. It was just a
That's
time
so
to
good.
sit down and study. Yeah.
Yeah.